Yeah, welcome back to another Music Maker guitar video. Josh here as always at your service. Please do like, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what you want to see here next. Today is Theory Thursday. Sorry for the delay today. I've had a busy morning with Music Fest and all that stuff going on. It's been an awesome week. But that said, yesterday I was talking a little bit about like get a real book, learn some jazz standards, just flip to a page and do the thing. Hi Zelda. Um, just flip through a page and do the thing. And yesterday I said I was going to be doing this song, Miyako. Miyako by Wayne Shorter. It's an awesome tune. I had never heard it before. So the first thing I do whenever I'm actually learning a tune in my comfortable learning environment. Sometimes if you're on a gig, like, or if you're in a recording studio, like, you don't get a chance to do this. You should hopefully take the time if you're learning something correctly. But something I always do in the beginning, if I'm learning a tune, I look it up. Like, we have YouTube. I actually don't have to go, like, I'm going to sound like an old guy for a second here, but I used to go to the record store and have to find these things. So what's really rad is that we have YouTube, and I can just go look it up right on there and get a good, accurate representation of what the song is supposed to sound like. So I'm going to be totally honest. This one's a ballad, and it's a horn ballad. And if you look at these, you can see, like, especially this, like, third line from the bottom here. There, yeah. There's, like, this long, sustained, held-out note, and all these chord changes happening underneath it. And for guitar players, that's actually kind of a tricky thing to do. So, and especially to have the note that's sustaining, like have character and maybe like a little bit of vibrato to it or something to make it separate from what the chords are underneath. It was a really tricky thing to do, and I did just start this like a little tiny bit yesterday and then mostly just a little bit before making this video. So I have more work to do, and there's always more work to do. That's why this is such a good exercise, is because the amount of work is infinity, right? So, but that said, you know, you go and you learn that part, and then something I spend a big amount of my time doing is playing through chord changes, seeing if I can groove, and then also seeing if I can play melodically within the structure of the chord changes. And that's a lot of stuff, but to be honest, just take it one step at a time. And for me, like I'm spending a long time working on the melody and seeing if I can blend a little bit with like Wayne's sound. So I'm practicing with the recording and just reading along with it, and I'm spotting like there's little sections in the melody here because he plays the melody twice on the recording. And the first time is like a fuller horn section, and the second time is it's more him, and then the other horn players kind of harmonizing a bit on top and coming in a little more intense later in the melody. So I think that's really cool, but it's something that I want to try and convey as a guitar player, like, hey, this is kind of what's the original, and this is what the standard is. So that's the thing to work on, and there's always more, you know what I mean? Like, you can sit here and work on chord arpeggios, like for E minor 7 over A, right? Which is almost kind of a little pentatonic scale, but then just working through it, so that's in 3/4. Ah. anyways, you can work on like little arpeggiation exercises and trying to get through things like all day long as well. That's like another thing, right? But for me, it's more of just, can I get around it really freely? And if I can't, I usually will take a step back and, you know, practice arpeggiating or practice voice leading through chord changes so that I'm moving as few frets as possible to get every chord change. You know, there's like so many different ways to practice it. But I would say whatever your skill set is, start there. Do the thing that you're really comfortable doing. If you're a reader, read through the melody. Figure it out, right? And if you're like a walking bass lines person, try and figure out a walking bass line through it. If you're just straight up comper and you like to do chord voicings, see if you can do chord voicings. If you're an improviser and you like to play lines that go along with chords, like, do that thing. Do what you really like are most comfortable with, and then go down the rabbit hole from there. Anyways, I hope that was a helpful how to learn a jazz standard from scratch kind of a video. It's very esoteric, generic advice, I know, but this is all stuff I wish people had told me when I was learning it, so I'm going to tell you, YouTube, this stuff. And I appreciate you coming here. I know there's a lot of guitar videos out there on the internet, and I appreciate you stopping here. It means the world to do that. So please do tell your friends. Let's get this channel up to, I mean, it's a measly 450. It's like 6 more subscribers or something. I know, like, for most YouTubers, that's not even a lot. But, like, I am stoked for the next 6 to join us so I can drop this video for you guys. And then, like I said, when we get to 1,000, I'm going to put it up on a Bandcamp page. But until then, I'm just going to have some copies with me over Labor Day weekend. Please come out to that show. It's Carnival of the Arts in Lehighton, Pennsylvania. And Ike Willis from Frank Zappa Band is going to be there over the weekend. So it's going to be a really fun time. So come through, come check it out, and let's get this channel up. Then you guys can have that music too, okay? All right, deal? Deal. All right, I'll see you in the next one.